and a coat tree. Ha! Ha ha! Sorry. Well, hello, YouTube and fellow Minetest players. Haha. We're back for, yes, I do know what episode this is. It's episode 20 of Minetest gameplay. And if you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. And I'm Tux. How's it going? Look at that. We cleaned up the room here. That was interesting. And, you know, if you follow anything with Feng Shui, and I don't claim to be even knowledgeable in that area, that desk there with the chair was just not cutting it. So I moved it over here. Look what we picked up. Wow. Get mesmerized by the electric ball. Ooh. Actually, in real life, I do love those things. Found a battery operated one that works really good. So it's there. So we're going to, still night out. Wow. We're going to take a walk and see what we've did. Didn't do anything with the deck on the lighthouse because I was looking at that and that was just way too involved. Last time I threw an egg, a chicken popped out. Let's see if I can duplicate it. Nope. Pick the egg up. Oh, throw it. No, nothing happened. Yeah. I was playing around with the deck. Tell me what you think. Put a roof on it. It's not bad. Yeah, I'm not hearing. Maybe now I'll hear my, there we go. I accidentally had the sound muted. It's another beautiful day in Minetestville. I think it looks okay. I like it. And I did use the proper, the ends. Wow, the one tree grew. I planted some trees. That one didn't grow yet. There's a couple more over here that didn't grow, but this one grew. I like that. So you can see how the end cap is on there. And oh, this one grew too. Kind of didn't mean for that one to grow. So you can see right there, there's an end and there's an end. And that's what that is supposed to do. We have to, so I knocked out the corner pieces and I put posts. I kind of like it. It's not a gazebo in the traditional sense of a gazebo, but it's still kind of cool. I'm going to leave it for a while. And these deck rail corners, here's what you're supposed to do with them. So you put them there and there. There, we're done. Now, just have to take the screwdriver and move it to the right position. And that gives it a nice finished edge look. How it's supposed to be. So I did update that on the other deck and stained it. So let's go check out what I did with the other house. Take my custom pathway. I'm going to put a path in here because it leads me right exactly to where I want to be. I didn't do anything major because I was working on my WordPress site on my server, which I finally got up at about 3 o'clock in the morning. And so be on the lookout for rgsproductions2005.com. That's because that's the only domain name I own right now. So that's going to be I'm going to move my WordPress blog and vlog over to that site. and play with it. And it was mainly meant to be a learning experience. Since I graduated, I recently got my bachelor's degree 2 years ago now. And so I've been trying out new technologies and just learning them. And I'm going to have a couple videos on those. But this isn't that. This is Minetest. So, put up some blinds. I like them. Keep people from staring in. Can change them out. The curtains I didn't like. They just look too weird. So let's go over to the house, because what I did is I actually updated the house with the siding, with the mod from Mysidings. My decks and my sidings. So on the deck, I put the end rails in and stained it. Looks really good. And that's what it looks like with the siding. That was the only color I was really pleased with. And it's just a stone. But it gives it, the darker color really made the difference. Because the lighter color, you know, with the lines going through the sandstone, didn't look that good. So it gives this house an entirely different feel. And it turned out. So I replaced all the windows, gave it an upgrade. So upstairs, we just have the bedroom. We have a half bath with wardrobe. Nice views. You know, you knew I was gonna do that. That's just a given. But where's my door? Oh. I have no idea where my door went. Why wouldn't it close? Oh. Okay. We're starting the day off, you know, fantastic. And then down in the basement, and I made sure I had to fix this. Everybody walked right past it, and nobody said anything. They're all laughing at me. And here's a full bath. As you figured out by now, I'm into making it. I know this is a gameplay fantasy world type, you know, whatever. But it's the same thing as when you were a kid building Legos, or when you were, you know, building model cars, or whatever the case was. You wanted to make it as accurate as possible. And that's what I'm doing here. Because I plan on really doing something cool with this area. I opened this up a little bit. It didn't compromise the integrity of the landscape that I didn't want to change. And it turned out. So, that's that. This is going to be a really cool mishmash house. I don't know what it is. I was looking on the person whose website that these decks came off of, and you could do some pretty elaborate things with it. I'm not doing anything close to what can be done. And I'm sure in real life you've seen some decks where they're, you know, double and triple level and they all lead down to each other. And I am going to attempt one of those. And ooh, nice drop. That is going to be so cool. Don't think I did anything else. I have to find a really good doc or manual on Mysicons, because I've been trying to figure out how to hide the switch and wiring, and I found a bunch of videos on this is kind of cool. I found a bunch of videos on different circuits. Like one of the circuits that would solve my problem would be a push button. However, the push button, it would be latching, and then you'd have the other push button on the other side of a wall would reset it or close. So if you push the push button and open it, because the push button is momentary. The minute the push button is pushed, it goes back to closed. And even if you put a delayer on it and everything else, it doesn't keep it open long enough. So if there's a thing called an RS latch circuit, and it entails a bunch of gates and wiring, which when you use something like that, you have to plan on how many blocks you have. Like I only had one row of blocks between the one room and the next room, so I couldn't really hide it. Well, I could go below and hide it, so that's an option. So I can use something like that where I can put a push button on one side of the garage door and a push button on the other side. Or I was thinking about a player detector where with an AND gate, a player detector with an AND gate and the lever. So it needs both the lever and the player detector to be on for the door to open. And then the problem is the door will never close unless you go back inside and close it. So it's just first world problems. I came up here for a reason. Oh, don't know. See how my trees are growing back here. I am growing a tree farm. I wanted to see what the pine tree looked like. Yes. These are pretty. I think that's the pine tree. I think this is the whatchamacallit tree. This is the aspen. These are the aspens, and these are the now it's going to drive me crazy. You'd be able to find it real quick. Okay, Arcadia. Right as I hovered over it, I figured it out. So I planted some aspens, which is this one. I planted a pine tree and the Arcadia tree and a coat tree. Ha! Ha ha! Sorry. It was funny when I just thought about it. I won't do that again. So, but I wanted to see what the pine tree looked like. This is really cool. What I need is some I did see a mod for ambient sounds. There was a time when I remember Comcast did it, and a couple other TV channels did it, where they had a looping fireplace in the wintertime, where you could just sit back and listen to the fire crackle, and it would. So if you didn't have a real fireplace, you would put this channel on during the Christmas season, and it was called Yule log, and it would just burn. So how cool would it be in Linux to have a living screensaver of just a really cool shot? Oh, look at that. You tell me that ain't cool, even for a game. Where you could have like a time lapse with the trees blowing, and that'd be cool. Or is it just me? Running out of ideas. No, I got, that's one thing I'm not short of. I have a bunch of ideas of where to take this game. Just not all the time in the world to do it. I'm going to eat my apple. Yeah, I'm in creative mode and I'm eating. This is nice. I gotta fix that. That doesn't, you know what the problem is the proportions are off on this. If I were to actually have gone out to here, I bet the proportions would look better. But I'm going to keep this for a while, keep the roof on it, because I am happy with it. This is what I wanted. I wanted a cool gazebo looking top. It's not a real gazebo though, I know that. Let's go and look at what I did with the roof, because as you know, those slats, they have holes in it. Well, water's going to get through. So I found some roofing tiles. And that solved that problem without creating a peak. It doesn't need one. So, and the developer of this mod, the Mysiding, has my soffit. And that has gutters and soffit and fascia, which is the, for anybody that doesn't know, that's the overhangs off of a roof. So the soffit is, am I getting it wrong? The fascia? One of those two is the underlying part of the roof of the overhang. And then he has gutters and downspouts and stuff like that. And I'm thinking about doing that. That's going to look cool. So let's come up here. So that's it. Oh, something just died in the water. Come up here. Everything's turning out really, really nice. So let's just take a moment, sit back, take in. Oh, yeah. I've lost it. And then, so there. How festive. And that's going to be it. So just a quick update of what is going on with the property. I think I planted too many trees, but you can never have too many trees. I likes the trees. And so there was subtle updates and fixes to all the properties that we've been playing with. And I wanted to continue on continuing building out this house so that then I can go ahead and furnish it. The underwater mansion part 2. And that is going to turn out really good. So I will leave you. Well, I'm not going to leave it in there because go over here and settle down here. I'll leave you with a firework. And again, if you enjoy watching these videos, please like and subscribe. And it's greatly appreciated, the amount of views that I've been getting. I never even thought I'd be getting half the views that I did with my babbling content. So I'm really enjoying doing these. If you're really enjoying watching them, then like and subscribe, comment below, and thanks. So everybody have a great day. Until the next video. Bye.